In the world of football, refereeing decisions often become the focal point of heated debates, especially when they influence the outcome of a match. Recently, a match between Crystal Palace and Liverpool at Selhurst Park has been surrounded by controversy, largely due to the performance of referee Chris Kavanagh. Former Arsenal striker Ian Wright has publicly criticized Kavanagh, labeling him a bad referee, and accusing him of cheating Liverpool during this crucial encounter. The match, which concluded with Crystal Palace defeating Liverpool 2-1, was filled with tension and drama. However, it was the last-minute goal from Crystal Palace striker Eddie Nketiah that sparked outrage among Liverpool fans and pundits alike. The goal, which turned out to be the winning strike, was deemed offside by many observers, yet Kavanagh allowed it to stand. This decision has led to widespread calls for accountability and scrutiny of officiating standards in the Premier League. Ian Wright, a well-respected figure in English football, did not hold back in his assessment of Kavanagh's performance. In a post-match discussion, he remarked on the apparent inconsistency and lack of clarity in the officiating, particularly regarding the offside call that followed Nketiah's goal. Wright's statements echoed the frustrations of Liverpool supporters, who felt that they had been robbed of a fair outcome. Wright's assertion that Kavanagh is a bad referee speaks to a broader issue within the sport: the need for improved officiating standards and better training for referees. The role of a referee is not just to enforce the rules but to ensure that the integrity of the game is upheld. When decisions are perceived as erroneous or biased, it undermines the trust that fans and players place in the officials. The crux of the controversy lies in the nature of Nketiah's goal. As the match neared its conclusion, Crystal Palace launched a swift counterattack. Nketiah received a pass and managed to find the back of the net. However, television replays and analysis suggested that he was in an offside position at the time the ball was played. This situation sparked immediate debate among commentators and analysts. Many argued that the lines drawn on screen clearly indicated Nketiah's offside status, raising questions about Kavanagh's decision-making process. When such a pivotal moment in the match hinges on a potentially flawed decision, it naturally leads to frustrations not only from the affected team but also from neutral observers who value fairness in competition.
In today's football landscape, the introduction of VAR, Video Assistant Referee, was intended to mitigate such controversies by providing a second layer of scrutiny on critical decisions.
However, the application of VAR has been inconsistent, and its presence did not alter Kavanagh's decision on this occasion. As fans and players alike continue to grapple with the efficacy of VAR, this incident highlights the ongoing debate about whether technology can truly enhance the accuracy of officiating or if it simply adds another layer of complexity to an already challenging role. The fallout from the match extended beyond Wright's comments. Liverpool players expressed their disbelief and frustration in post-match interviews. Many pointed to the lack of accountability for referees and called for a system where officials are held responsible for their decisions, particularly those that have significant implications for the teams involved. Social media platforms were abuzz with reactions from fans and pundits alike. Hashtags related to the match trended as supporters voiced their opinions, dissecting the refereeing decisions and demanding changes. The emotional investment that fans have in their teams often leads to passionate outcries when they perceive injustice, and this match was no exception. Kavanagh's performance in this match is not an isolated incident. Refereeing standards across football have been under the microscope for several years, with many calling for reforms to ensure that officiating remains consistent and fair. The challenge lies in balancing the human element of refereeing, where split-second decisions can drastically change the outcome of a match, with the need for accuracy and fairness. As football continues to evolve, the conversation around officiating will undoubtedly remain a hot topic. The expectations for referees are high, and the pressure they face from players, teams, and fans is immense. It is crucial for governing bodies to address these issues head-on, ensuring that referees are adequately trained and supported in their roles.
Ian Wright's comments regarding Chris Kavanagh's officiating during the Crystal Palace vs. Liverpool match resonate with a growing frustration among fans and players about the standards of refereeing in football.
As the debate continues, it is essential to remember that the integrity of the game relies on fair officiating. While Kavanagh's decision may have been the immediate trigger for this discussion, it reflects a larger dialogue about how to improve the game we all love. The hope is that with constructive criticism and a commitment to reform, football can move towards a future where such controversies are minimized, and every match is decided on the pitch, where it belongs.